am a survivor of spiritual abuse. Hurrah! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Omalade Okayeto, and in today's video I'm going to speak about how I healed or still healing from spiritual abuse. But before I get into this video, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you support a sister. I would really appreciate it. Right, so I'll be honest guys, I was like, I really don't want to do this video. I was like, not again, not another video about spiritual abuse. I was just like, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, I am an advocate for it. I listen, and this is based on a comment that I got on one of my videos about someone who shared an experience that they are going through and was asking me how I healed from spiritual abuse. And I commented, I gave a response, but I felt like this actually needs a video, so here I am. Right, so before I go in more detail, I love the way good old Google explains why healing is so important. So I'm just going to quickly read it out because it's just so sweet. Right, our bodies become lighter, our minds sharper, and our spirits lifted. When we undergo healing, we are more equipped to help others heal since we are going through the process. We can speak from places of love and light more fully instead of just places of trauma and despair. So sweet the way it just said, Google, yeah, we thank you. I just wanted to explain that firstly. So the processes, so I know I've done a couple of videos and I know I've spoken about my journey, so do check them out. First, oh wow, so I think acceptance, the acceptance that I went through spiritual abuse. I am a survivor of spiritual abuse. Hurrah! So that's first, because at first I did not realize that I went through a high level of spiritual abuse. I didn't realize, because when you go through it, it's just normal. You don't realize that, you know, it's spiritual abuse. So the next thing for me was putting myself in a healthy community. So being surrounded by like-minded Christians who I know will not exert their leadership skills, or who will not take advantage and who will not abuse it, if that makes sense. So it was really important for me to put myself in fellowship and be around other Christians who are, you know, like-minded and who will not do spiritual abuse, basically. So I thank God for that process. I thank God for leading me to a healthy fellowship at the moment, a healthy community with other Christians. So that really helped me with my healing process. Don't get me wrong guys, I had trust issues, you know. I remember just looking like, can I trust these people around me? Ooh, you know, I just remember being a bit closed and being really observant. Like, even though I'm an extrovert and though I can, you know, surround myself with people and be a networker and stuff, but I was still very wary, if that makes sense. That's natural. Coming from where I've come from and coming from the experiences that I've had, it makes sense that I would be naturally a bit like, can I trust these people? So that's what really helped me, surrounding myself with a healthy community. And community looks different to people in different ways. It could be 3-4 people who've gone through similar experiences to you. It could be you in a Facebook group of those who have gone through similar experiences to you, where you're able to help and support each other. So community can look different for everybody else. Now, really controversial, but as you know, I decided to take a break from church. When I mean church, I'm talking about a church building, because we are the church. As I always say in a lot of my videos, we are the body of Christ at the end of the day. But I decided to take a break from a church building, yeah, for a little while. But you know, I don't like to put a time to things. But yeah, I decided to do that. Yeah, I was in an environment for 14 years. I was there for a long time. And those who know me know I was a charged girl. Wow, I was, hey, I was always in church. That's why it came to a surprise to a lot of people, including family, when I told them that I had left and I'm not in a church building. It was a surprise, even to some friends who knew me from before. Like, they were just shocked, like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything is fine. I'm just taking a break. I really do believe I deserve the break. I deserve the break. But it doesn't mean that I do not fellowship. It doesn't mean that I'm not learning the word, and it doesn't mean that I'm not surrounded by other Christians, because that is very, very important. Fellowship and being surrounded by other Christians is very, very important. That's why I'm in fellowships. I like to do more Bible study kind of fellowships. That's kind of my thing in this season. As you know from some of my videos, I have been visiting other churches. I've been doing some church hopping, and that has been hilarious. That has been so funny. You literally need to be so optimistic, and it's very hard to be optimistic when you have gone through spiritual abuse. But I've been really open-minded, and I've been visiting other churches, and that's just been such a very interesting experience. Am I gonna settle on one? Who knows? You never know. Prayer is very important. I'm telling you guys, prayer is important. So praying. So, you know, throughout the process, I pray. And I think one of the first prayers that I made when I did decide to leave my old place of worship was like, God, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just trusting you in this process. I'm trusting you throughout every single process that, you know, I just said, God, I'm trusting you, because it's just me and you. It's just me and you in this journey and nobody else. So literally trust and prayer. And God has done above and beyond. Like, he has done amazing. Like, throughout this journey, he's been my comforter. He's been my helper, as he is. And I just thank God, because I've never felt like so alone and isolated in this process. Literally, God has just helped me through it. He's led me to great individuals. He's just helped me throughout the process. He's even revealed like so much information, so much things, even helped me to like understand the Bible and his word in context. I'm still learning, but I just really thank God for him. So prayer and trust has really helped me through the healing process. Reading really helped me. So I read a book. I believe it's Breaking Free from Churches That Abuse. I believe that's the name of the book. But that book really helped me, and I'm not saying that book is for all, because as I've mentioned in previous videos, it is really strong. It's a very strong book, but I like my strong stuff. So that really helped me. Again, there's other resources, there's blogs, there's other books. I'm not saying that this book is the book for all, because it's not, but it was the book for me, and that really helped me with my healing process. Also ensuring that I wasn't judgmental, because it's really easy for people to be judgmental about my experience and what I've gone through. It's very easy, and it is what it is. However, I had to ensure that I am not judging those who decide to stay in an environment where I experienced a lot of, you know, hardship and spiritual abuse. And I shouldn't judge those individuals who decide to stay. At the end of the day, it's their decision. And yeah, I had to kind of ensure that I wasn't judging them, and also not judging those who decide to stay in a church building, because like I'm not trying to promote leave your church. That's so also being cautious and respectful for people's decisions. I hope that's making sense. Also, another thing that helped me through my healing process is that not everybody will understand your journey, and not everyone will understand what you've gone through, and that's okay. At the end of the day, that is fine, because I remember I used to get really frustrated that why don't they understand what I went through? Why don't they get it? Like it used to really get me annoyed. But I got to a mindset that not everyone's experience is your experience, and that's okay. And your experience caters to individuals who have gone through what you've gone through, or similar experiences, and that's okay. Like at the end of the day, I don't want people to ever go through what I went through. Like I don't want that at all. Of course, like I would hope for people to be a bit more open-minded, optimistic, and come to an understanding where they can at least hear my perspective. We live in a world where things don't necessarily work like that, and that's okay. Therapy, guys. Like therapy really helped me a lot, because as you know, as a result of the spiritual abuse, I was going through a lot of anxiety, panic attacks and feeling very fearful. That's one of the symptoms. You know, if you've gone through spiritual abuse / church hurt, I'm going to say in that way so you understand what I'm talking about. Those are one of the symptoms. It's not for all, but that was my symptom, unfortunately. So therapy really helped me to understand my triggers more, and help me to understand how my mind works through CBT. And it also gave me the techniques to know how to live with it, if that makes sense, and understand my emotions more, because before I would just block out my emotions, or I wouldn't understand what was going on with me, which will make me, you know, feel really bad and be in a really dark space, if that makes sense. Low energy. Once here is affected, it affects everything else, physically, emotionally, even just functioning, it affects everything else. So therapy, I'm an advocate for it, and that really helped me through my healing process, and it helped me to explore other things as well, not just that, but other things as well that were also linked. So I'm an advocate for therapy, but therapy is different for all. You know, I like talking therapy, but I know therapy is different for all, but whatever works for you, I'll definitely recommend. Okay, and being kind to myself, because I can be so hard on myself, but there's different levels to it. Not just because I went through spiritual abuse, but other factors make up the fact as to why I can be very hard and tough on myself. Being kind to myself and living life again, you know. Not that I didn't do things that I didn't enjoy. I think that's one thing I'm really grateful for. Even though I went through what I went through, I still enjoyed. I still lived my best life. I was still traveling. I was still going out to eat. I was still enjoying myself. Yeah, it was just that my time was a bit more constrained and limited, but now I've got time. You know, I'm really utilizing my time and doing things that I really enjoy more, and not feeling that I'm rushing. Because I think at the time it's like, even though I enjoy myself, but it was a bit rushy because, you know, I'll be maybe in church all day and then I'm like, I'm rushing to meet so and so, you know, like things are very rushy. But now things are just a bit more calmer, and I can just take my time and really enjoy myself, and also discover who I am in Christ, you know, discover my identity, who I am as a person. Because sometimes your mind can be so busy, especially when you are doing a lot of things and you are involved a lot, and then on top going through spiritual abuse. It's a lot. So just rediscovering myself as well, that's really helped me a lot. And guys, speaking about my experience, it's not for all. I'm telling you, it's not for all. It's only for the brave, because some of the clapback that I got, it's not worth it sometimes. But I still go, I still push on, because how it's impacted so many, hey, that outweighs the clapback that I've got. You know, the indirects, you know, the funny comments, the funny licks, the whatever. But when I get people who reach out, people who DM me, people who email me, people who have met face to face, people who have called me, it outweighs the negatives that comes with it when you share your experience, when you share your pain, you know, when your experience is from pain. So that's really helped me, you know, with my healing process, speaking about it on YouTube and letting you guys know what I went through. I know it's really weird, but this has kind of been my therapy as well at the same time. But it's not for all, because I understand abuse is abuse, and it's not an easy topic to talk about. It's not for everyone to speak and share, you know. Some people prefer to keep it to themselves, and I respect that. Like, I have high respects for that. With me, a little bit different. I've decided to take the other route, express it in this way. So that's really helped me. So you guys have kind of been my therapy too, with your positive comment, with all your support, honestly, and how much it's really helped and impacted you. That's really helped me with my healing process. And being patient with yourself. Do not put a timestamp on your healing journey. Never. Like, I believe I'm healed, but I am still healing. I hope that makes sense. I'm healed, but I'm still healing. So don't put a timestamp. People might dictate to you saying, oh, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, 4 years. You should get over it by now. Never allow anyone to dictate how your healing process should be. That's you and you only, and it's all at your own pace and in your own time. Till date, it's been over 2 years since I've left, and I'm still healing. I'm healed, but I'm still healing, and that's okay. Till date, I haven't decided to be in a church building, and that's okay. I'm visiting though. Everyone's healing journey is different. Everyone heals and in different stages, and that's okay. Never allow people to dictate that to you. Never allow anyone to minimize your experience, to minimize what you have gone through. Always remember that, yeah? So on that note, guys, I really hope that this video was really helpful. I can't believe I'm doing this video with a whole smile, but we thank God. We really thank God. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, and please support a sister. I would really appreciate it. Until next time.